Express.
So American Express has obviously been really active lately about kind of activating deals and kind of getting into this kind of local commerce space. And so what's the overall strategy and how are you seeing the space evolve?
Sure. At American Express, we need to go where our card members and our merchants are, and that means we need to go digital. Card members and merchants every day, they're using location-based services, they're using daily deals, they're using social networks. And American Express is actually very uniquely positioned to participate in all of those spaces. So American Express has a unique business model. We are a closed loop, so that means that we have a direct to card member issuing business. We have a direct merchant acquiring business, and we're also a payments network. So that gives us end-to-end transaction information that is unrivaled, and that's what we mean when we say we have a closed loop. And that closed loop lets us do some very cool things in the digital space. So it lets us provide card members with couponless rewards. So card members no longer have to print anything out or show their phone to a cashier to ask for a discount. Merchants don't have to train their staff or tell their waiters how to handle the terms and conditions of tonight's deal, because everything is handled behind the scenes by American Express. And that also means that we can provide best-in-class digital to offline reporting. So we can actually link digital behavior to offline spend behavior in ways that have never been done before.
It sounds like you're talking about some of the things that are missing in some of the daily deal space, and do you feel like there's some missing pieces here, or is it broken in some ways?
Again, the way that we are really uniquely differentiated is in the level of information that we can provide both to a local merchant as well as a multinational player. So today, companies can tell you how many people clicked on a link or how many people pre-purchased a deal, but they will have a very difficult time actually tying that back to specific in-store spend that was generated from that deal. But American Express, again, because of our closed-loop business model, we are able to provide that online or digital to offline reporting in ways that nobody else can.
One of the important things about the Facebook deal was that you're talking about really kind of tailored deals by likes and interests and whatnot. How important is that in terms of really kind of presenting offers and deals to people?
Yeah, sure. We think that's a huge piece of it. So with Facebook, what we've done is we've taken our business model and our core assets. So more than just merchant deals. I mean, this is also experiences and access to events, and we have layered that on top of the social graph. So now we're going to be using what you like on Facebook and your interests, as well as what your friends like and what your friends are interested in on Facebook, in order to serve you up the most relevant deals and experiences. And so we think that's just a huge, unique value to card members and to merchants.
In terms of generating the type of deal volume that you need, I mean, what are you guys bringing to bear, and are you guys bringing more resources, or how are you guys kind of working with what you've got in terms of making sure you have enough deals?
Yeah, sure. So we have millions of merchants on the American Express network, and we have many different ways of communicating with those merchants. So we have direct relationships with all of them. And in the past, some would be an in-person rep who would go out and talk to that merchant. We have direct mail, we have email, and yesterday we announced the launch of Go Social, americanexpress.com/GoSocial, which is a self-service tool geared towards small merchants to let them easily distribute digital deals across various channels. So we're doing a couple of things for small merchants with Go Social. We're vastly simplifying the place claiming process, because AmEx can authenticate a merchant. The onus no longer has to fall so heavily on the digital partner. So when a merchant signs in with AmEx, they'll immediately see all of their Facebook places claimed and unclaimed, their Foursquare venue IDs claimed and unclaimed, and they can manage those and manipulate those with just a couple of clicks. Then merchants can set up couponless offers, and they can distribute those out to American Express card members through those channels.
A lot of talk about NFC these days and kind of the future of that. Can you talk about your relationship to NFC, how you see it, and then maybe the benefits of this right now over NFC?
Yeah, everything we've been talking about is all of these capabilities that American Express has, or the way that we are actually bringing our unique assets and our deals to life within these digital channels. We're doing that through APIs. So we have an API product set. It's called the Smart Offer API. And that's how we're integrating into these digital partners. This is happening today. This is here and now. We've got these partnerships with Foursquare and Level Up and Facebook. We're talking to other select partners. We have teams at American Express who are focused on NFC, and we will be ready when that day comes. We will be a relevant and big participant. But for right now, we're delivering something immediately.
So how big can this be for American Express, and do you see this, in terms of revenue, in terms of acquiring new members? I mean, what's the impact, I guess, ultimately?
Sure. We think this has great potential, both on the card member and the merchant side. So in terms of acquiring new card members, there's no better way to do that than through word of mouth. So if you're not an Amex card member, but you're on Facebook and you see that your friends and the folks in your social graph are taking advantage of all of these great American Express exclusive deals and access to events and experiences, that's a pretty compelling reason to go and sign up for a card. And likewise, these opportunities for merchants across digital partners and the information that we're able to provide back as it ties to their digital marketing efforts, we think is just extremely compelling on the merchant side as well.
And finally, just 162-year-old company, kind of really innovating here. I mean, can you talk about just how you guys have put this all together, and how was it hard for a really traditional company to move quickly in this area?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And this brand is built on security and customer service, and those are values that we are never going to compromise, even for the sake of innovation. But we've got great teams here. It's a global company. People are super excited about the digital space, and we've gotten support from top to bottom of this organization. So I would say a lot more to come from American Express in the digital space in the very near future.
Great. Thanks so much.
Thank you.